double check this on the output. But start the live stream. Do we hear any sound yet? Says I'm live. Do I have audio? Seems to see getting sound. All right. Good morning. It's Friday, September 2nd. Time for my 15 minutes in the morning stream. I actually went to sleep 2 hours ago. I was hanging out in the chat room talking and playing around with... No, that's weird. Playing with Open Broadcaster Studio on the PC, getting my my slates set up. You know, just the overall scene templates. And then I was trying to get it optimized so I could stream from the PC and not have it look terrible on YouTube. So I was up until like 3. And also yammering with buddies in the chat room. And they are still at it in the water cooler, which is kind of great. But I am very sleepy, and I hope that I can get something done. But I guess I've made this commitment to 7 in the morning, so I am sticking with it. It's a good incentive not to stay up late so much. Let me quit out of audio MIDI here, and I'm just quitting out a few things on my desktop. So figuring out my loopback audio setup. How can I monitor what's happening in the chat room and have people hear it as well? Let's see. What am I doing? Go back to chat mode. Oh, I don't have Oxcam working. 1 second. C120, C930, Oxcam. Okay, so now we've got the display chat back up, and Kit's saying, yep, they're still at it. What am I doing? Let me move OBS back over here. And what am I doing this morning? The Nerd Project, right. Let me figure out where I was last time. So let me pull up my 15-minute project ritual. That's this notebook. Go to my Nerd Magazine continuity log, which is this. And what were we up to last? Yesterday, I decided to put off article and photo development until general meeting to see who's interested. And I got Live Reload working in the Jade/Pug template in Nerd Metal being the Metalsmith website, static website development environment. So what do I want to do today? This is interesting because I'm kind of tired, but I'm kind of awake. So I actually don't feel like really don't feel like working. But for 15 minutes, at the end of 15 minutes, can I convince myself to finish something? Or I'm pretty sure I'm going to go right back to sleep after this. But we shall see how this goes. Before I press the 15-minute marker there, what am I going to decide to do? Well, first let me open up. They're saying, join us, no work is good. That is the word of the slacker who never gets anything achieved. Remember what was it, the ant and the grasshopper or something, or the little red hen. There's all these fables and stuff. Hansel and Gretel, Oscar and Felix. I don't know. No, things must be done. This is how we advance, even if we don't want to do them. It's true. Let's see. I guess one thing I can do is I can just open up the project and look at it. That seems to help a lot of the time. So go to DSay Nerd Web Metal. Let's do that. Let me embiggen this Quiver app and put it on the left. Switch to the desktop. Let's go to Terminal. And go to whatever I said it was. Web Nerd Metal. Oops. Nerd Metal. That's interesting, did it? The audio isn't coming out of the computer. At least I don't see it reflecting back here. Maybe that's a good thing. Still do need to figure that out. There's the next thing I needed to do. Node build. That's running the content thing. I opened the Sublime text and opened a browser. Let's open the browser. And let's go to whatever. You can see a link down here. It says Express is listening at 0003,000, which is localhost. Localhost, port 3000. Oh, and then there's a specific URL. Let's open the Sublime project. Let's embiggen that as well. This is my work project. Nerd Sublime. And so here's the doc root here. This is the directory organization. We have, actually I guess I should clean up this a little bit. Okay, I think we're started. Let's just putter around a bit. See what I get done. So now we're going. The first thing I'm going to do is just clean up this directory structure. Right now I have some, or not direct, I'm going to add some more folders to the project that are more specific. So the one build is the main one, but let's add, there's an assets, oh this is this is a different project. DSay Web Nerd Metal. Let's make this the default folder for Sublime text right now, since we'll be working in here. So content is a main folder. And what's in working source? These are drafts. Build.js. I guess I needed to reorganize this a little bit better. Content, templates, and doc root. Content, templates. Remove the top level one. No, I guess that can stay there. Just give it stay closed. Content, templates. So everything in content gets eventually stuffed into doc root. So there's no index file. So I need to figure out how to make an index file. And alright, so if I go back to the web browser and go to localhost 3000/pizza, that's the pizza HTML. And if I go back to Sublime text, let me shrink that again. And let's put this all the way on the right side. And let's put the pizza browser all the way on the left. I'm just obsessively lining stuff up. so now if I change this, let's delete that line and save it, this automatically gets reloaded. So there's the basis of a content development system. You can write in Markdown, and it turns in HTML on the other side. So what's something I can do on this? Other than like last out these next 11 minutes. I guess I can, maybe what I'll do is I'll just look at, like, read about Metalsmith a little bit. So this might be kind of boring to watch today, but it might be all I have in me today. It's been a fairly productive week, too. Yesterday was really productive. So, I mean, I got some major stuff working yesterday. Funny noise. My sister just texted me, Musubi. She has been learning how to make spam musubi. And I guess I have to show people what spam musubi is. Spam musubi is, I guess it's sushi that's made with spam. I'm not sure if is it a Hawaiian thing? I have never had it personally. Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah. It looks amazing. Not even that hungry right now. So you make these bricks of spam musubi, but now I'm getting distracted. But let's read a little bit about Metalsmith. Image processing. Why not? Is there an example someplace? I heard a badoop noise. Where's the badooping coming from? I don't know. Let's just scan the Metalsmith site. Why don't we? Use layouts, build, permalinks, post title. What does that do? Hiding your unfinished drafts. Use drafts. You've marked down. How does it work? It reads all the files in the source directory, invokes a series of plugins, and it manipulates the files and writes the results to a destination directory. Oh, the front end's YAML. An unfinished article. Let's see, return functions, drafts. Weird. So the one cool big thing about Metalsmith, there's two reasons why I chose this instead of something like Jekyll, which I understand is the most popular static site generator. One, this one's written in the Node/JavaScript environment, which is I'm already using that for work. And just attacking a different project in a different JavaScript context is good for expanding my knowledge of new application of JavaScript. It exposes me to some new ways of working with JavaScript. And JavaScript is an interesting language in that even though it looks sort of like C++, it's not really that type of language. It's not really procedural. It's actually more of I forget what the official computer sciencey way of putting it is. But instead of being do this, do this, do this, do this in a linear procedural way, it's it can kind of curl in over itself. It's the functions are objects. The way you invoke them works can be very interesting. The object scope and function scope rules are different. Those are the sort of things that throw a C++ C programmer when they first start using JavaScript. It looks like that language because the syntax was designed to look familiar, but the way of working with it is quite different. Um, and I have everything in the book JavaScript, the good parts, to thank for understanding it. I did not get what JavaScript was trying to do. I thought it was like a stupidly designed language. And that book kind of confirmed that. Okay, all the things I was wondering, why would they do it like this? It confirmed that I was not alone in that, and that I wasn't crazy. But it also showed me how to think about it. It's taken maybe 2 or 3 years to kind of wrap my head around it. So I'm still learning interesting new ways of writing code with it that are very expressive. So looking at all this stuff here, this could be very much a reflection day. Someone made a booping noise. What's the booping noise saying? Checking this chat. Oh, there's actually, hey, Roberto and Roger are in the room, or in the regular room. Nice. Someone, Roberto's in Germany. Roger is in the Netherlands. Strudel is in New Zealand. Kit is in Pennsylvania. So it's nice, a nice international crowd that's developing. It's kind of in the chat room. It reminds me of being, I guess it reminds me of being in the international school. Just people had a whole bunch of different people. So anyway, Metalsmith, I'm distracting myself, is it can do a bunch of things. It could be an e-book generator. Basically, it's a file processor, and you can run each set of files through a different transformation and format it the way you want it to. But let's look at this plugin list. Auto prefixer adds vendor prefixes to CSS. Archives page. What does this plugin do? Assets. Includes static assets in your build. Beautifier. Branch. Oh, interesting. Browser sync. Build dates. Changed. Check all links. Clean CSS. Collections. Huh. What's interesting? Group files together like blog posts this week and loop over them to generate an index. I wonder how that works. I'm drinking a Mogu cola flavored drink with pineapple chunks in it. It's actually really sweet, but really good. Convert image files with image magic. Copy. Timestamps, data markdown. Date in file name. Date formatter, define. Discover helpers. Discover partials. There are partials. Drafts. Duo. Each. Apply a function to each file? Elevate. Bump files up one or more directories? Oh, wow. Query Excel files with SQL and convert to markdown tables. That sounds fancy. That would be great for some of the research-oriented posts. Express. We're using that already, I think. File metadata, fingerprint. Insert a hash into the file name. That's great. Fingerprint ignore. Oh, this is an anonymizer. Flatten, directory height, project images. Scan images in a specified subfolder and add it to metadata? What is that good for? Oh. That might be something I need. Let's take a look at this. I clicked on it. It scans all the images in subfolders and adds it to a file's metadata. Let's say we want to show all images per project, assuming we have a folder structure like this. So hello MD images, world. So Metalsmith, use images, pattern projects, anything in the projects folder with MD build. So with the Collections Metalsmith plugin, we can loop over each collection and have access to the images for each project. For each project and projects, this is a handlebars template. So I guess the templates themselves can be part of the Metalsmith conversion chain, and you can actually execute. It gets access to these data structures, I think. Use images, that's the name of the plugin here. And it gets past this pattern, so it must get something. Image and project images. So project is, oh, the collections plugin must be passing along. That's not in this example, but passing along metadata that can be, or passing along data that can be used to generate these files. So it's passing along a bunch of images? What is the Collections Metalsmith plugin? It allows you to group files together in an ordered collection like blog posts and loop over them to generate index or add next for links. By pattern or by metadata. Collections require Metalsmith collections, use collections, articles, anything as an MD, but you can do all this other stuff. So there must be an example data structure someplace. Huh. I don't quite get this. Well, I guess today is like, it was actually a short day of just looking through Metalsmith and kind of getting an idea of what things it can do. I'm still kind of scanning this really quickly. Looking at the plugins again, idea of the kind of things that people have done with it. Sitemap, that sounds useful. Mingo, what's Mingo? Makes MongoDB style queries. I've never looked at any of these NoSQL databases before. I think MongoDB is one of those. Multi-markdown, metadata, read file metadata from separate files, highlight code, that sounds useful. Metalsmith matters, read file metadata from front matter. More. Myth. Navigation only. Package. Parse. Paz. Partial. Paginate. Oops. Makes Metalsmith collections pageable. I need to see an example of the directory structures they're coming from. Or maybe I just need to play with the collections plugin itself and see what it actually does. Syntax highlighting. Redirect. Client-side HTTP redirections. It's a row file. Copy, read, write files in S3. That sounds cool. Shortcodes. That's something I want. Oops. I guess there's a list of things that I need to write out that I need to have in the new system. If I'm thinking about converting from WordPress to this for my website. For the nerd site itself, it's the demands are a little less. Let me just review my blog notes. I had the Metalsmith notes here. I think I had made a list of everything that I needed. Yeah, so I want to be able to upload supporting photos, create collections of related items easy, speedily process, group, and update content, rewrite old content, and have it appear in groups. So I need to handle comments, words, special pages, custom plugins, RSS feed, productivity tools as custom post types, short codes, pagination. Those are the things I worried about. Nick Hampshire wrote to me about using a static site generator. Yeah. So, okay. So I'm going to call this the day. What did I get done today? I looked at Metalsmith plugins to get a sense of what it can do / how to think the Metalsmith way. Nothing really got accomplished, but I looked at something for 15 minutes. And maybe this will set the tone for the rest of the day. And this is a perfectly fine use of my 15 minutes. Sometimes you just need to think and look at stuff. Every day can't be all roses and, things that you can make. And Strudel says, I resisted the urge to join the slackers. At least for 15 minutes, right? That's 15 minutes of resistance. I'm like a cheap optical coating on a pair of glasses. I don't even know what that means. All right. So anyway, I am going to call it a day for this. Where am I? I had to go back to OBS. And let me go back to webcam. So that's the stream for today. It's Friday. Already the desire to not do anything on Friday is kicking in. There are a few things I need to do, though, today. Let me look at my timesheet on the PC here, which you can't see. If I go to webcam and auxcam. Let's see. It's my... Oops. What did I just do? Here. No, I actually went the wrong place. I somehow switched out of that. I don't know if this is legible. Here's my timesheet. I need to buy a roll of washers, wide tape for painting, and more paint rollers. The roll of washers are the weight down this monitor over here, which keeps popping up. It's so light that the monitor arms on it keep slowly bending it up like this, which is not what I want. You can see what it looks like behind there. And so I need to put some more weight on it. So I'm thinking about buying a big roll of washers and just taping them in this cavity where the monitor stand bottom thing usually is. And that will be my day, other than doing a bit of other work, which I'll stream later. But probably after I get a little bit of more sleep. So, okay. I'm going to call it a night. Why is this camera crooked? There. So thus endeth the stream. Have a good weekend, and I'll see y'all later.